Pain is an unpleasant feeling, often caused by intense or damaging stimuli, such as stubbing a toe, burning a finger. Pain is a part, and sometimes the final part, of the body's warning system that transmits a sign to the brain that something is wrong. Pain can be physical, emotional, or even psychological in nature. But let's be clear, the more intense the pain, the more that pain will force you to attend to it or deal with it. Pain, especially intense pain, refuses to be ignored. I'm going to preach this anyway. C.S. Lewis, the biblical writer, says these words: God whispers to us in our joys. He speaks to us in our difficulties. And he shouts to us in our pain. But this device is made so that no matter what other noise is going on, this screams louder than your scream. It screams louder than the test alarm that was going off. And I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care if you feel like you can ignore it, but when you have pain, your pain is screaming at you. Intense pain will be heard over everything else. In my text verses, Jesus' disciples are dealing with the emotional pain of Jesus' declaration to them that in a little while he would be leaving them. Let us never forget that Jesus' disciples were real men with real feelings. They knew that their master, their friend, their companion over the last 3.5 years was leaving them. They were sorrowful, they were confused, and they were afraid. Most of you have experienced in one way or another the pain of separation. It could be a loved one dies. Let me say something to you. When you lose a loved one, you got to move on in your life. There's a time for grief, but if you still hurting 5 years later like you did the day the person died, then 2 people died. Everyone eventually dies, and that's why my firm belief, especially to our guests that are here, my firm belief is to make every relationship I have with people as positive I can, so that when they are gone, I feel good about the relationship. My children say how much they enjoy their family. I feel it's wonderful when my kids want to hang out with each other. When our kids want to hang out with me and Sister Singleton, they want to hang out so much with us that we get away from them. But that's a good thing, because it's a house of love. And so when you have separation, when there's love, you can deal with it better. Am I making some sense? Ladies and gentlemen, and hear me carefully, you cannot be healthy until you find a way to get past your pain. I'm going to soak this message. You cannot be healthy until you find a way to get past your pain. Some pains are minor. Time or aspirin will cause them to go away. My chiropractor helped me understand, sometimes I got little pain, just don't go and take an aspirin right away. And I've noticed, a lot of times it goes away. If it don't, I'm taking it. Because again, pain must be dealt with. But other pains are much deeper and far more hurtful. It can be pain caused by others. It can be pain caused by tragedy. It can be pain caused by failure, pain caused by family. And since this is a down-to-earth church, and I just call it like it is, sometimes the source of your pain is you. It's you. And sometimes that's the hardest pain to deal with. That's why when you can ever figure you out, you'll do so much better with other people. That's why I don't spend my time trying to get Sister Singleton straight and my kids straight. It's enough work getting me straight. I still do things just like you. Don't you do this? You'll do something and you say, why did I do it? You were in charge of the decision. It shows us we still are learning about ourselves. No matter how old we get, we still do things and say, now that was just dumb. But no, you did it. Because God has given us this incredible gift of self-knowledge. And we therefore keep learning about ourselves. And sometimes when we realize that some of the mess that we are in our lives, that we are guilty, the first thing you do is accept the guilt. Don't blame nobody else. Don't put it on nobody else. Don't, if you had done this and if you had done that, you take the hit. But once you take the guilt, then I want you to remember Jesus Christ died on the cross for your sins. And if you confess your sins, he's faithful and just to forgive you your sins and cleanse you from unrighteousness, and go on and see what the end gonna be.